Good afternoon. It is January the 25th, 2017, and time to wrap up our trading today. We had another good day. I think we're on the right side of the markets early in the AM, and the markets trended today. Produced some really big trades for us. We had a good crude trade off the number. That I left a ton of money on the table. I got 27 ticks out of it. Stayed with it as one of those 40 to 50 tick trades, which are there. You can count pretty well, if you're right, you can pretty well count on 20 to 30, but 40 to 50, that happens occasionally too. Now for our disclaimer. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Trades have not been executed. The results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. So we came into the E-mini this morning and we wanted to be long. And every update we've had, quote unquote, I have no interest in the short side of the market. I think we're going to 2300 this week. We've been waiting a long time for it. So any of those Bs eventually paid off. These Bs gave you a little. This is the first legitimate short right there. You've got a lower high, you've got a pointer, you've got an S, and you got the Tilson that's gone from green to red. And it did produce a profitable trade. Retest failure, buy, retest failure, buys. Even this trade right here could have got you close to a point, a scratch. Here is another legitimate short trade. S, pointer, Tilson green to red, and it would have produced a little bit of money. But it looks like right now we're going to close this market on new contract highs. But look at the buying down here with the 50-lot trader. These guys are playing for 2300 plus. And I'm not going to have a lot of interest tomorrow on the short side of the market either. And we just get long, stay long, keep your hand off the mouse, disappear for a while. Higher low, higher high on F1, find a place to buy it. Now, on our F2 screen, just looking at where we are, we got a pretty tight range. Got our first little band right here at 90 as support, and our second band is at 87. So this 87 to 90 is prime buy territory. So we do have news tomorrow. We have international trade minus 65.5. It'll be blamed on the higher price in crude oil. Jobless claims 246. Chicago Fed National Activity Index, don't know what it is, minus 0.27 last. Like to see that number smaller. PMI services, don't know what that is, 53.4 was the last number. New home sales, 593. LAI, plus 0.4. Nat gas was minus 243 last week, BCF. Probably won't be that low this time, but 150 maybe. And KC manufacturing was 8 last time. So the focus will be new home sales and jobless claims, overridden by Trump's announcement. And Trump's announcements today, he's starting to take control of the border, and he's fulfilling his campaign promises. And what he did today, and it's very, very important for the security of our nation. Not only do people cross our borders wanting to go to work and getting out of their hellholes, but bad guys cross that border too. Drug dealers, murderers, gang members, and Al-Qaeda, ISIS, other problems out of the Middle East. So what Trump did today was a very, very important first step, and it's monumental. And he pointed out, we're not making any new laws, we're just going to enforce the ones that we do have. He also cut out immigration for a while from 6 Middle Eastern countries that are in turmoil right now. until we can figure out how to vet these people, and there is no way to vet them. So it's probably going to last longer than 6 months. But right now, okay to sell failure to take out 22.95, but that's really not a trade. We talked about 99.50 to 23.03. That would be sell 2. On the buy side, maybe stops below 90, 88 to 90 by 1. Let them go back and retest this low down here, so 86, 84 by 2. And the press was all over Trump today, talking about how are you going to prove voter fraud and how many people were on the mall. Those people are really in touch, aren't they? I mean, it's just this deflection and this minutia. There are huge problems. The debt, unfunded liabilities, the state of our economy, all sorts of stuff, and deflection. Boy, Treasury's got clobbered again today. Now, here is that move out of the middle that we talked about. No more than 2 points away. Basically, we're at 125. So let's move out of the middle at 124 this morning. You buy a 122 put to get retest that low right there. That's a way to play it, and you got a chance to pick up $1,000 or so on that particular trade. Happens quickly, more than that. So F1 screen says find a place to sell it, and everybody says it can't be that simple. It is that simple. You have to understand what's involved in getting lower highs that create subsequent lower lows. I mean, the market was sold today. We went down and we got stops beneath that point. That was predictable. We have the 7-year auction tomorrow. The weakest auction is the 5 and the 10-year auction. Certainly proved that today. Very poor coverage, 2.38 to 1. And we had, I think, 1.2 basis point tail. That's not good. So the market is still selling. So we have the 7-year auction tomorrow. And we said this morning we liked the short side of the market. We thought the market would sell, but we didn't think the bottom would fall out of it. So here's the bottom of the market. Certainly was tested, but the B period low was 123.27.5 it held. So we're dealing with a B right here. Last rotate up stopped at 28.5, then at 31.5. So 28 to the buck is sell 1, 3 to 7 is sell 2. I'd like to get short in London to see if we can extend the range after London and early in our session or right before our day session opens. On the buy side, we're going to play for a little bit lower, so 20 to 24 by 1 and 13 to 17 by 2. Looking at the bond, last rotate up stopped at 21, so 2024 is number 1, 27.31 sell 1, 7 to 11 sell 2. Had some good trades today in the bond, just really performed as expected. 8 to 12 number 1, 1 to 5 by 1, 21.25 by 2. Looking at gold, Lower high, lower low, find a place to get short. We may have our proverbial move out of the middle right here in F period. No reason to own gold. Inflation is not that bad, and stock market's going higher. The economy's going to get better 12 to 18 months from now. Sell gold. Okay, we had a 95.97 was our number 2 buy. We had a low of 93. So we definitely have resistance at the buck. That's where it is. So 1200, let them get stops above that. 1202, sell 1. 1205, 1207, sell 2. On the buy side, 93.95. And stops below 90, we'll make 88.90, buy 2. Looking at crude oil. Had a great day trading crude today. Caught the news trade. Again, I left a lot of money on the table. But it's still a good trade. I mean, what the hell? And so, lower high, lower low. Maybe the market can sell tomorrow. But we still have a pretty strong P behind us. Looking at F2, I think it's going to see a saddle formation right here. Perhaps a new move down in J. So, I'd like to buy it a little cheaper, like down in this area. But we'll put 52 and a quarter, 52.50 buy 1. And stops below 52, 51.75, 52 buy 2. On the sell side, pretty clean break in the volume here in this 53 area. So 53, 53 and a quarter, sell 1. 53.50, 53.75, sell 2. And last but not least, F1. Let's put this all in like this, and we'll do an A split and move out of the middle. Lower high, lower low, holding in there pretty well. So got a pretty, you can see this 107.40, 107.30, pretty clean break in the market, 30 to 40. This one says it can be sold. Oh, we have a P, volume and timer match, so maybe we have a little bit of room. It's going to sound like just like this morning. 75 to 85, sell 1. 95 to 05, sell 2. On the buy side, gosh, I guess 40 to 50, buy 1. I really want to be short. Buy 2, 107.25. And that does it for this January the 25th, 2017. We will hook up again tomorrow morning, bright and early, and try to shake that money tree once again. And I wish you all a great evening. I'm out of here.